Chapter 22. I find Wesley and the gang in the recreation area. They're playing something that resembles dodgeball. Glowing yellow and blue balls flying across the room, them laughing and squealing. Well, guys don't squeal. That's all Jem. She's adorable. Especially in that purple and pink jumpsuit. Guys! I wave. Hey, Riley! They all greet. Wesley tucks the ball under his arm, heading over. You want to join? I can sit out, so I grip his shoulders. You're a genius. He gives me a confused, innocent smile. I am? Sitting with them on the floor, I tell the group what happened. Wesley's advice to me the other day about giving Farrell a chance. My suggestion to Farrell and his positive response. I knew you could do it, Wesley exclaims, giving my shoulder a shake. This could change the fight completely, Kozlan says, brightening. I put up my hands. Well, he hasn't agreed to anything yet. That doesn't stop Jem's eyes from sparkling. This is so encouraging, Riley. No one has ever influenced a leader like this before. I guess being the firstborn does have its perks, I tease. Wesley grins. How much time do we have to come up with ideas? Until tomorrow morning before breakfast. Slay rubs his big hands together. Let's start thinking! Together, after replicating tons of snacks, we come up with more ideas on how to make the fight less dangerous, yet beneficial to the leader and the competition as a whole. We work and talk and laugh and get high on sleep deprivation and sugar. Everything becomes funny. And then we're trying to be quiet so we don't get in trouble, and then everything becomes really funny. Feels like a slumber party, but a productive and hope-filled one. Stumbling to Farrell's suite the following morning, I smooth my shirt and run my fingers through my tousled hair, trying to look somewhat presentable. I think I got 1 hour of sleep last night, but it was worth it. Felt so good, coming up with new ways to improve this place, this lifestyle. We'll see what he thinks. After slapping myself a couple of times, I ring the doorbell. Enter. I walk in. Good morning. He extends his hand. Is that for me to look over? Yes, sir. I give him the writing device. I think you'll be pleased with the ideas. We put a lot of time and heart into it. He glances at me, at the bags under my eyes. I can't believe that. Returning to his desk, he sits down. I'll read your notes and let you know what I decide. In the meantime, have breakfast with your father. Oh, I'm good. I want to tell him I'm exhausted and just want to crash in my room, but his firm gaze stops me cold. Actually, I'm starving. I sit obediently. He smiles, beginning to eat. I pick up the matching breakfast on my plate. Is this a breakfast burrito? I bite into it. Eggs, cheese, potato, beef, and more cheese. Now this is my kind of breakfast. Farrell laughs. Much better than the breakfast you receive in the mess hall? Oh yeah. Memories drift back as I scarf down my burrito. Mom cooking at the stove, humming to herself. I remember asking her what she was singing. She said it was Icelandic, and she'd heard the song on the internet. But now I'm wondering if she was speaking Thracian. Farrell leans back in his chair. Your mother used to make that for me sometimes. I stop chewing. Me too. We would usually eat this on the weekends. Never got old. He picks up the pad I gave him. Let's see what you have here. He scans through the long list of ideas. I can't help but steal glances in his direction to study his reactions. Days off, he questions. For everyone? I swallow. Well, maybe not the same day for everyone, but I found that getting a day off from work helps with productivity. He studies the notes again and then asks, would you like another one? I'm about to ask another what, but then notice my empty plate. I guess I really was hungry. No, I'm good. Thanks. I rub my eyes. Did you not rest well last night? Did you rest at all? I shake my head. I had a lot of thinking to do. This isn't the first time I've seen you tired, Blaze. He leans forward. Have you been struggling with nightmares? I avoid the question with a question. Why do you say that? Because all Thrakins dream, especially when one's senses are heightened. It's one way we process and express emotions. Your over-emotional human side is surely responsible for any nightmares. Your mother struggled with the same thing. She did? He nods. Oh, that explanation makes me feel a little better. I was starting to wonder if something was wrong with me. Is there any way to make myself stop having nightmares? By conquering whatever it is you fear. You're the only one who can do that. He levels me with a challenging look. I simply nod. Swiveling in his chair, he opens a desk drawer. Speaking of your mother, I have something for you. I'm not one for sentimentality, but I think you'll appreciate this. He holds out a purple piece of material. I've kept this for 18 years. It belongs to you now. Wiping my hands on my shirt, I take the offered gift, confused. What is it? It's a shawl your mother was very fond of. She wore it often. My throat locks up as I finger the soft material. Feels like silk. It's the same one from the memory I saw. You saved it this whole time? I'm having trouble believing that, but how else could it be here? It's all I have left of her. Gathering it close to my face, I inhale deeply, and I'm suddenly overcome. It smells like her. Even though Mom owned this and wore this before I even met her, I'm taken back. Back home, back to her arms, back to her warm embrace that always made me feel safe and loved. I miss her. I miss her so much. Will I ever see her again? The ache returns full force, and I lean forward, burying my face in Mom's security blanket. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Maybe it's from lack of sleep, but emotion washes over me. I cave in on myself, stomach tightening in an effort to keep the sob from reaching my throat. After a few awkward moments, Pharaoh comes to stand beside me and rests a hand on my back. I just hide until I regain control. Wiping my nose with my finger, I sniffle. Sorry. It's all right. I really miss her. I know. So do I. I look up at him. You're sure you're okay parting with this? I hold the shawl out to him. Yes, it belongs to you. Especially now that you've surely got mucus on it. I laugh. Sorry. He chuckles. I'm glad it touched you so deeply. He squeezes my shoulder. You remind me of her in many ways. Your heart and your spirit. Your stubbornness. I smile guiltily. He's right. Now, shall we begin today's lesson? Yeah. Folding Mom's shawl, I set it beside me, and then scoot closer to his desk. As I begin listening, writing, and studying, I realize this is the first time I've laughed in his presence. I guess he really did love Mom, really does miss her. Maybe I judged him too quickly. Maybe he is capable of loving her and me. I don't know exactly what's coming over him, or maybe something's coming over me. Like my brother said, he wanted me to give Farrell a chance, hoped for me to reach his heart, to understand him more. And I think Farrell and I both are beginning to break the ice. During my rare free time, I head for the recreation area, head for the memory room. It's painful, yet I can't help but go. It's bittersweet. We get so little sweet here, I'll take what I can get. Speaking of sweet, Jem is in the memory room. I see her through the glass door, watching the images on the screen. To my pleasant surprise, Farrell let me donate some of my memory room perks to Jem. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure why he has the memory room. Maybe it's a form of torture, seeing but never touching our families back home. Maybe he allows it so we'll feel grateful for what a generous leader he is. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Anyways, back to Jem. Her hair is down for once, and it's gorgeous. Chocolate brown waves cover her like a cape. You are not doing this, a man on the screen says. I'm guessing he's Jem's father. His temples are red with anger. Your responsibility is here with your family, not out there on the battlefield. The woman next to him clasps her trembling hands. Please, Jem, you're so young. You can fight when you're older. You have plenty of years left. In the memory, Jem's temples glow white with passion. If I wait, more of our people will die. The man I met, Colzan, is willing to take me on his ship. I'm going. We cannot let our people be enslaved. Her father takes a step closer, trying to intimidate. You are not going. It's too dangerous. You don't have the experience. This is the only way I can get experience, Jem screams. The scene ends. The screen fades to black. Jem's leaning over the console, clutching it like she's in severe pain. Oh, great. Now look what I've done. I was hoping this place would help her feel better, not worse. It's a private moment. I probably shouldn't have watched her memory. I shouldn't intrude now. But I can't let her suffer alone. Placing my hand on the scanner, the glass door opens, and I step inside. She gasps. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you okay? I ask, drawing near. Yes, she wipes her face. Thank you for asking. Are you sure? I ask, noticing her blue temples. She smiles in embarrassment or shame. I was viewing a memory. Even though it hurts sometimes, I can't keep myself away. I'm consumed with guilt. I'm sorry, Jem. I wanted to do something nice for you, and no, do not be sorry. I can't thank you enough for being so giving and kind. She gestures to the screen. I don't want to forget what I had, who I had. I nod. Wes and I feel the same. It hurts to see what we've lost. I clear my throat. But it's also healing to see what we've had. Keeps us grounded. She averts her gaze, forcing a laugh. But it sounds more like a sob. Hesitant, but not knowing what else to do, I erase the distance between us and give her a comforting hug. Her tears soak my shirt as she clings to me. It's okay, I whisper. My heart aches, hearing her sobs, feeling her tremors, seeing her pain. I wish I could fix everything. I wish I could be the hero, the knight in shining armor to save her from this dragon of guilt and regret. What can I do? After a few moments, she settles and calms. But she stays in my arms, head against my chest. She seems content to stay, and so am I. She inhales deeply, then exhales shakily, keeping the next sob down. But when she gives me a squeeze, I know that's a signal she's about to let go, so I reluctantly take a step back. Thank you, Riley, she sniffles. I apologize. For crying? Listen, sometimes we all need a good cry. I probably need one myself. You don't know how many times I wish I could go back to that day and handle that conversation better. I think everyone wants a reset button in their lives. Maybe they were right, she whispers. Maybe I was foolish to leave. Look where it led me. She casts a dismal eye on our surroundings. Now I know you don't believe that. She turns to me, eyes still wet, temples still blue. You did something you believed in. You wanted to help. You weren't afraid of what might happen to you. You were thinking of your people, and that includes your parents. If your world had become enslaved, you and your family would have been enslaved too. She seems to be considering my statement, so I continue. Jem, I admire your heart. I understand how you feel. But don't beat yourself up over this anymore. It's only hurting you. Of course, I lighten the mood by adding, besides, we get beat up plenty around here. She laughs tearfully. You have a point. She looks longingly at the lifeless screen. I only wish I could let them know how I feel now. Apologize. Her words trigger a thought in my mind. Maybe we could send them a transmission. Oh, I'm sure we're too far away, and the leader doesn't allow us to communicate with anyone. Well, I am the leader's son. I'm sure I could ask him. Her eyebrows go up in surprise and appreciation. You would do that for me? Of course, Jem. I stuff my hands in my pockets, not sure what to do with them. I'd do anything for you. I'm surprised I said that, especially out loud. But I meant it. I'm rewarded with her temples turning a beautiful shade of pink and her lips forming into an even more beautiful smile. Let me talk with Farrell, see what I can do. Stepping toward me, Jem touches my shoulder. Then I stop breathing as she leans close and kisses my cheek. Thank you, Riley. I smile, my insides all quivery. You're welcome. A few days later, I'm going over my homework. The history of Battle of Champions, how they started, when they started, blah, blah, blah. It's all running together. I need a break. Rolling the kinks out of my neck, I stretch. Farrell is sharpening a blade. It's hard to focus on anything but how deadly that sword looks in his hands, but with Jem's letter deep in my pocket, I find the strength to begin. Sir? Yes? I know this isn't normally allowed, but I was hoping you would make an exception. I'm listening. He touches the tip of the blade, testing out its sharpness. May I send a letter to someone? His eyebrows twitch. To whom? I lick my lips. My friend here, she had a falling out with her parents and wants to apologize. Can I send a letter to them on her behalf? His face says it all. It says no. Son, contacting families is prohibited here. I cannot make exceptions. I cannot let anyone believe I've become soft. No one has to know. It can be our secret. The three of us? Whoever your friend is will know. Well, I'm sorry, but I cannot allow that. He rises and places the weapon back on the wall. I need my fighters focused and at their best. I can't have them daydreaming about their families back home. But if we do this, it will help her focus. She's distracted by the pain of what happened when she left. She needs to reconcile with them. He sighs. I knew I shouldn't have allowed her in the memory room. Please, may I send them a message? Will you allow it this one time? For me? Now he turns to me, looking the slightest conflicted. I hope rises. Please. Finally, he grips my arm and says, I'm sorry. The answer is no. He raises a finger. My decision is final. I deflate. Yes, sir. He ruffles my hair. Finish your assignment. I'll be back to check on you in a little while. The second he leaves and the door closes, I fix my hair and move toward his computer console. Guess I'm doing this the hard way. I've got to take the risk for her. Placing my hands over the controls, I hesitate. It's not like me to flat out disobey, but these aren't ordinary circumstances. Pearl's no ordinary father. He is still a dictator. There's no harm in doing this. Not like her parents are going to come with guns blazing and free us all once they learn of her location, which I wouldn't mind if they did. Everything is in the Thraken language, but as I touch the buttons, I feel understanding rush over me. A wave of knowledge. Whoa! I don't know the Thraken language, but I know what to do. It's strange, but it almost feels like second nature. Like it's built into me. Something about my heritage, my genes, my powers must be linking me to the ship. Placing the tiny microchip of Jem's letter into the slot, I type in the name and location of her parents. I hope they're still on their home planet. What if they're looking for Jem? What if her parents are enslaved and unable to receive transmissions? What if they're dead? Do not forget to delete it. My heart practically leaps out of my chest, and I whirl around to find Zoom looking at me. Delete the letter from the records once you have sent it. Then Father will not see it and not ask you about it. I start breathing normally again. Let's just say if I was a cat, I'd be down to 8 lives. Are you telling me the truth, Zoom? Yes. Why? He avoids my eyes. You gave me food after what I did to you. His frills flap as he goes back to dusting the weapons on the wall. Hurry, he says softly. Father will return soon. Not knowing what to think, I finish my task as quickly as I can. Hoping me or not, Zoom knows what I've done. He's got something over me now. Will he risk using it against me? Will he tell on me? Or did he learn his lesson from last time?